European customs law has undergone some significant changes in recent years, culminating in the introduction of the Union Customs Code, or UCC, in May 2016. Let's listen to Stephen Quest, the European Commission's Director General for Taxation and Customs Union, as he discusses the background to the introduction of the UCC.
In 1968, the European Customs Union was established in order to achieve a common EU market, an economic market space without internal borders or customs controls. Since 1992, all European customs legislation has been consolidated into one regulation, the Community Customs Code, also known as CCC. But over time, the EU grew bigger, and each EU member state enforced the common customs legislation according to its own specific capabilities. International trade intensified, and technology developed at an ever-increasing pace. Today, trade has become truly global, and demand for supply-side efficiency has grown exponentially. Therefore, customs has an important task to facilitate international trade by economic operators who are compliant with the rules. At the same time, we are facing an increased need for enhanced safety and security.
This need to balance regulatory intervention with supply chain security is something that customs administrations around the world have been grappling with for many years, particularly since the terrorist attacks in the US in 2001. As a result, the World Customs Organization, the WCO, introduced its Safe Framework of Standards to secure and facilitate trade. Among other things, this is designed to establish standards that provide supply chain security and facilitation at a global level in order to promote certainty and predictability, and to promote the seamless movement of goods through secure international trade supply chains.
The response to adapt to these challenges is the new Union Customs Code, or UCC, a law that aims to simplify and facilitate trade, decrease compliance costs for business, to streamline customs processes EU-wide across all member states' customs administrations, and to enforce electronic communication between all involved parties, the economic operators, the customs authorities, and the European Commission. In a nutshell, the UCC provides a modern framework for customs and trade. The key words for the UCC are simplicity, service, and speed. Simplicity because customs decisions and customs procedures have been streamlined. This simplification will make them easier to manage. It allows for an even more consistent application across the EU and thus contributes to the overarching principle of equal treatment of traders and all involved with customs. The further harmonization of customs procedures and electronic interface of new customs systems across the 28 member states of the EU will simplify doing cross-border business in the EU.
Consistent application of customs procedures across the EU is essential if traders and service providers are to receive the clarity and certainty they need to conduct cross-border trade efficiently. Here, it's important to note that inconsistent and ambiguous customs processes represent non-tariff barriers to trade, and this is something that all World Trade Organization member states have agreed to eliminate following entry into force of the WTO's agreement on trade facilitation. Now let's hear what the EC has to say about service.
Service, because more flexibility in the new legislation is widening business opportunities, for example, in the case of equivalent goods. And even more, innovative custom simplifications will be introduced, building on a trust-based relationship between customs and economic operators and reducing the administrative burden. Adding further automated functions to customs systems will contribute considerably to reduce administrative burdens and avoid repetitive actions for business, both for import and export formalities. The strengthened automated exit confirmation will also contribute to a better service related to VAT and excise duties. Speed, because the computerization and automation of these customs procedures and communication flows will further speed up the different customs processes, enforce their consistent application, and dematerialize them, meaning paperless processing. As a result, businesses will save time and costs, and customs authorities will be able to dispose of the required information in real time. As of May 2016, the UCC will be applicable, while all relevant IT systems will be progressively put in place. Its full implementation is inseparably linked to the adaptation of existing supporting IT systems and the development of new ones. Transitional provisions describe how existing tools and systems are to be used to apply the UCC provisions to bridge this transitional period until the adapted or new IT systems become operational. This period will run until 2020.
This course is designed to provide you, the customs professional, with the necessary knowledge, skills and competencies required to effectively carry out your work to the standards set by the European Commission. The Commission has also developed a series of e-learning courses that provides an introduction to many of the more important topics.
We have developed this e-learning module to help you understand the key changes the UCC will bring, the impact of these changes on your current business or work, the transitional provisions until 2020, and most importantly, the benefits the UCC will bring you. Enjoy your learning.
You'll find the EC module which is of relevance to your particular course of study in the introduction to the topic. Now these are fairly short and they run between 60 and 90 minutes. I would encourage you to view the module relevant to your studies, as it will provide you with a good insight into a number of the key elements that we will then explore in detail. I trust that you'll enjoy studying this topic, and please remember to contact your tutor if at any stage you encounter difficulties or require further clarification.